Yo, salute, salute. Hey, yo, look, man. I've been looking for apartments and shit, right? And I never knew that. Like, honestly, this is me being real. I never knew that you had to pay $25 for an application fee. You get what I'm saying? I was like, what? Then to the point where you fill the application out and you give them the $25, you still liable not to get into an apartment. You get what I'm saying? And what I've learned is the seek apartments that you get what I'm saying, apartments and shit that has leasing up. You get what I'm saying? So that lets you know like if some available. So of course if you go to somewhere and the leasing sign is not up, then of course you're gonna be on a little waiting list and shit. I didn't know that. You get what I'm saying? Like I've been dealing with houses and shit through other people and shit like that, but this is my first time really seeking an apartment and shit, like just trying to go look for apartments and shit. And then you have to get your last 2 months bank statements and shit like that. I was like, oh my god, like if I knew all of this shit, I would have been more prepared. You get what I'm saying? Because I have I be having my bank statements mailed to me and shit at my house, and then of course I might overdraft in one of my accounts and shit. I got two accounts and I might overdraft in one of them, so I get a letter letting me know about that. So I have my damn statements and shit on deck, but it wasn't with me in person. You get what I'm saying? So I was like, wow, I thought you just had to have proof of income and shit like that, along with, your identity and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? But I didn't know you have to go through all of that bullshit for us. Like, it's a $25 fee, application fee. Then you got to damn show them your damn bank statements and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? This shit is crazy, man. It's crazy. And then you got to be on the wait list and shit like that too. Yeah, so in a few I'm gonna go back and goddamn what time is it's 2:15. I'm gonna go back out by 4 and I jotted some shit down that they gave me and that I googled and shit yesterday and shit. Those gonna be the last few places I tackle in a few and shit. But I'm gonna get me a little breather and shit. Let my phone charge up and shit, and then I'm back at it. Yeah, I'm trying to see. I got a couple of more uploads and shit I ain't dropped yet, but I don't know when I'm gonna drop them shits. I'm waiting for the timing to be right. But yeah, I'm just making this video just to kill time and shit. With my phone charging up, and let that shit charge up for a few. Check my notifications, my messages and shit, my email, and then hit the scene again. Yep, yep. So I just got back from an apartment hunting and shit like that, man. And I did not know that you had to pay $25 and shit like that for an application fee. And then the thing is, you pay the $25 and shit for the application fee, right? Then they tell you, hey, we don't have nothing available now, but try back in a few more months, a couple of months, or we'll give you a call at the number that you provided to us. Like, what? So that's $25 going down the goddamn drain. You get what I'm saying? So if you go to 3 places spending $25, then what? That's your money for the day. That shit get could have went towards gas or some shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Like for real, for real. Anybody from North Carolina that know any places? Nah, I'm not really friends with like a whole lot of North Carolina people anyway. So scratch that. But yeah, it's only one person, from the YouTube world, you know what I'm saying, that actually reside near me, and that's them. Let's talk about it. So I might, once my phone and everything gets situated, I'm gonna hit him up and see do he know some shit. I wouldn't mind staying like the countryside. You get what I'm saying? Out of the way. But whatever available, hey, you got to go for it and shit. But yeah, man, I just like the past few weeks, man. I just been on some other shit like, yo, I'm ready to get me a little apartment, man. I already got vehicles and shit like that. Just give me an apartment. I'm really, matter of fact, yo, once I get off this, I'm gonna wait till my phones and shit charge up, take me a bath, eat. I'm gonna also get in contact with the local community college too. Yeah, because I've been trying to obtain my GED and shit since '98. That's when I got kicked out of high school in '98. I was 17, and I've been bullshitting, playing around. And I took one test, the science. It's 5 tests and all. I took the science test. I scored a 510. That was a high score. But of course, that was so many years ago that now that stuff changed with the damn high school equivalency tests and shit like that, and the GED programs and shit, that if you ain't completed the whole 5 tests and all within a certain amount of time, then just because you got 2 tests, you passed 2 tests, 3 tests, 4 tests. If you didn't pass all 5 tests in a certain period of time and shit, then you have to take that shit all over. So that's basically what's been up with me and shit. And then like just been discouraged and shit like that. And now really, and this shit backwards is like really now when I want to get shit going and start living life and shit like that, here with this goddamn coronavirus and shit. You get what I'm saying? So I don't want to be doing shit online, because I was taking GED courses online too before, and that was like what 6 or 7 years ago, 8 years ago, and you in the confinement of your own home. You got your laptop, you got your TV right there. Your mind is going to get sidetracked. Even though you turn the TV off, turn your appliances off or whatever, electronics off, you're not just going to be sitting there in tune to what you read. You got to read. Then at the end of that, you got to goddamn do a pop quiz and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to get sidetracked or whatever the case may be. So I got a short attention span. You get what I'm saying? And then the thing is, you had to complete a certain amount of hours a week too. You get what I'm saying? And that shit just wasn't happening. So I'd rather be in the classroom and the teacher. Every time I went to GED classes and shit, right? You get a pre-test or whatever to to see where you goddamn need to be starting off at. Even if you've been out of school 30 years, 20 years, 10 years and shit, they give you the little pre-test or whatever and see how you score on it. And what you score the lowest on is what they basically get you to go ahead and get started on and shit. You get what I'm saying? So I like the classroom setting to the point where we all on one subject and the teacher is actually on the board writing the shit, and I'm tuned in, writing shit down, taking notes and shit. Now they just give you could be out of school 30 years, 40 years, try to go get your GED. They're going to give you books and shit like that and tell you to read a certain amount of stuff, and then at the back it's going to be like a quiz and shit like that. And then you do that, You might be a motherfucker that can't read. You get what I'm saying? Which that is not my case. You get what I'm saying? But they just throwing you in these classes and shit and just giving you book work and basically just telling you to go off of what you remember in school 30, 40 years ago. You get what I'm saying? So I know I'm damn gibbering going all around the world, but yeah, man, that's basically what I've been up on lately, man. Is trying to get back into GED classes, man, and then look for apartments and shit. So I'm back home now, man. Once my devices and shit charge up, I'm gonna check my messages, notifications and shit, man. I'm gonna contact the local community college, which is Vance Grumble Community College, and see how I can enroll in classes and shit. And knowing them, they might tell me to go on a website because due to the pandemic and shit like that starting back up and all of that shit, that we gonna probably have to do shit from home and shit. You get what I'm saying? But this is just a short vid, just to damn fuck with y'all while my devices charge up. Just went damn apartment hunting. So other than that,